Good afternoon. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Finance ministers and central bank governors in West Africa today beginning another round of meetings in Sierra Leone over the possible introduction of the single currency, the echo. George Rafi has more on the gathering of government officials from English and French-speaking countries in the region.
Ministers and the central bank governors will in the next 2 days be deliberating on several issues. Key among them is the region's preparedness for the introduction of the single common currency, that is the eco. We understand that the larger economies in the English-speaking bloc, that is Ghana and Nigeria, may raise issues on the difficulty in going ahead and issue the currency this year as planned. There will also be formally raising concerns over the decision by the French-speaking countries in the West African region to go ahead and change the CFA franc to the eco without the blessings of the whole ECOWAS region. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, at a recent engagement with journalists noted that going ahead to introduce the eco this year might be difficult. This is due to the fact that several structures that should be in place before the issuance of the common currency are yet to be established. But in all these, the political leaders, or let's say the respective presidents in the West African countries, may have the final say on the introduction of the eco. This is because there will be an ECOWAS heads of state meeting after the gathering by the finance ministers and central bank governors meeting. But will they ignore all these economic issues and go ahead with the issuance of the currency? One can talk about the current fight over which country should have the right to host the central bank for the ECOWAS region, that is Ghana or Nigeria. Again, which country is going to use its international reserves to back the eco? And what about the convergence criteria? Should all member countries in the English-speaking bloc meet all these targets before the currency is issued? Then maybe one may say that the 2020 deadline could elude us, bringing the number of times that the currency issuance have been postponed to more than 6 times since the year 2000.
The Ghana Statistical Service has postponed the 2020 population and housing census to June 28 this year. This is to allow the service conduct mapping process and build quality data for the exercise. Here's government statistician Professor Samuel Kwabneni.
Ghana Statistical Service, in consultation with the National Steering Committee for the 2020 Population and Housing Census, has rescheduled the 2020 Population and Housing Census from March 2020 to the month of June 2020. Specifically, we're going to start the listing of structures in Ghana on 15th of June 2020, and this exercise will span for a 2-week period. What this means is that we're going to have the census 9th occurring on 28th of June 2020. What we mean by the census 9th is that the data collection that is going to precede the listing exercise would have to make reference to a particular date, and that reference date will be 28th of June 2020. So we're going to proceed with a 2-week enumeration of all persons in Ghana from Monday, the 29th of June 2020 to Sunday, the 12th of July 2020.
More business news coming up at 1 o'clock. In the meantime, sports is up next.